Romance has found a Yeet Ball, which means it's about to be the Sisterhood of the Traveling Yeet Ball. Good day, good peeps, another fine day in the year of the Resolve Toon Link. Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalicars, Few know me as the man who is honored, privileged, and most of all, ready on this Thursday to bring you another episode of the Okay, my headset was off. I was very confused. I was like, of the huh? There's no sound, but there is sound, and it is the
Danganronpa.
Hunger Games. So we are back. It is OC action. I actually just zoom in one little bit. The OCs, they're back in action. The tag team titles not on the line unless chaos reigns. We don't know all the teams who are here, but as we experienced last Thursday, this Thursday continues and brings us out our lockout bracket rules. In tag team action, I expect less to be locked out, but there is still a chance. We only see 6 teams in that tag team championship match. At this juncture in time, the champions, Big Time Plush, are in Learn to Fly, and you know, I'm gonna sit this one out. We've adopted Felix, and Felix in Learn to Fly are in. Designer jerseys need a spot in middle. I don't know why I'm doing this. Let me start at the top and then tell you if the teams need a spot or not. That makes the most sense. So starting off first, we have the congregation with Ringo and Kara, and these two do need a spot, and they are looking to make sure it happens. Moving on, we have Hihi Dotori, who just barely got their spot, the last team on the bracket at this point in time. But hey, that means they can relax this game, but they might not want to relax if tag team titles are on the line. Hihi Dotori will see the finale. On the other hand, though, Musical Fight do need to make this a moment. There's Margaret and Jason looking to join the bracket. Dance of Flames, through, I think, possession memes, tied for first last time, so they don't need a spot. Kiku, Sarah, and Yazid both moving on to the finale. Abracadabra, we have Hiriko and Abigail. Both of them need a spot. Abigail, you know, one half of the tag team champions in OC action, one half of Anarchy. And let me tell you, Anarchy, they are nothing to sneeze at, but, well, Abracadabra do some nice things too. They're gonna have to get into the top 6. Break a Leg, Pearl Saint, and Skyland 8 once again need a spot. Will they be able to make that happen? You do the mash. You do the monster mash. Helsing and Michi also need that spot. Pyrotechnics so close to winning last game, but that does mean that they also have a spot in the finale. They are looking to lock some people out. Can they get to the top 6 again? It's Pi, and it is Arrow. Moving on, we have Arts and Crafts, who need a spot, but more importantly, I think Hana is looking to try and break the haze that is around the Agent of Chaos, their twin. Hana's gonna have to focus instead on trying to win this match. Let's see if that happens. Arts and Crafts, Sherlock and Watson. We have Izzy and Midori. Izzy and Midori, I believe, got close, but no cigar last time. This time they're looking to do better than last time. Justice for Dolls, it is Kitamura, and it is Ray. Once again, they need that spot. Can they get it? I think the last team that we have mentioned, or rather that we've mentioned that have a spot on the bracket, is Rock On, Linfu, and Romaz, the tag team expert. They don't need a spot, but they are looking to lock some people out. Sherwood Forest, Legault, and Tsushiki. They need that spot. Middle Mish, we see Sora and Iris once again need that spot. Designer jerseys, Shimako and Midori once again need that spot. Learn to Fly, we just discussed earlier. Armin and Felix do not need a spot. They're looking to lock people out. So are the champions Melody and Rona, big time plush. And of course the Chop artist, maybe not even looking to get a spot, maybe looking to cause some chaos, because we'll find out if we'll be doing that right here, right now, this time live chat. How are you doing? How goes it on this Thursday? It's a Thursday in the year of the Resolve, but are the tag team Agents of Chaos and OC Action filled with resolve right now? Resolve to make big time plush defend those titles. Well, I do believe it is time we find out. The wheels on the wheel go round and round, but will chaos be coming down? It very well might. It's gonna be close, and it is. Well, I do believe y'all know what that means. Nothing changes in the episode except that this is now for the Tag Team Championships, which means the following matchup is for the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Championships, and that match begins right. Oh, I gotta switch my soundboard over. Not right now, but now it begins right now. Are you ready then? Big time blush, I have to say good luck to you, because all these competitors are now fighting not just for a top 6 spot, they're fighting for the Champion of Champions title in OC Action. So, live chat, now how are you doing? Tag team titles on the line, how you doing? Make those picks first, second, third in the comments, in the live chat as you were doing them. Make them, because we're about to see a championship match. First, second, third. For first, for some reason, Big Time Plush is, I believe, technically undefeated this season, so I'm gonna have to go for them for first. In fact, if you also include the Agent of Chaos episode, they've won 3 OC tag team episodes in a row. One of them was due to ghostly shenanigans, but it's still a ghost win. I gotta go Big Time Plush. They've been having the run of a lifetime. If they're able to win this episode too, man, maybe we gotta talk about them. Maybe we gotta talk. For second, I gotta take the team that Avi was previously a part of. I'm gonna take Learn to Fly Felix. Show him what you're working with. I think Felix is also gonna take that championship for third. It's hard to bet against Romaz because I'll tell you what, that is the tag team expert. He sees tag team goals on the line this time. He said, well, who needs to wait until the finale when we can do it right here, right now? Although, keep your eyes on Hana, because what better way would it be to have Hana and Akira win the tag team championships and eyeing them down, her twin brother? Those are my picks. I'm just saying there's some drama that could happen here. There's some drama. But when we're talking about take those tag team championships, we're also talking about stealing those tag team championships. And none other than Legault knows how to steal a championship. We've seen it before. And we could see it again. That being said, are y'all ready? I certainly hope so, because now this episode is about to start, and we know that the stakes have increased tenfold, and we know there's only one way to find out who's walking out with those tag team championships. That is to proceed. Are you ready? I certainly hope so, because it's about to start right here, right now. And as we do such, we see, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of blue and one death, and as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns that sound, the horn bearers do their thing and sound the horns, and sounding the horns they do, and the horns are, oh, I hear them. Oh yes, I quite like that. Horns! Thank you, horn bearers, and what has been an interesting lockout version of the season. Let's see if anyone gets locked out today. Iris creates a marketable plushie of Yazid without his permission. Yazid is so mad, but before they can react, the plushies sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. Felix finds a matching stack of apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Please give those apples to Hihi Dottore. Hana finds a skateboard, time to do some sick moves. Helsing finds a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Somebody always goes through it. Romaz finds Thursdavy's left shoe. Armin wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Ringo finds a bike, cue the music. Alright, I guess we can cue the music. That's the wrong music. This is the right music. As Michi trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Ew. Hope still remains though, as Pearl Saint finds my climate change remote. This could be a fast episode. Melody finds a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Nobody's gonna go through it because Melody perishes. Izzy murders Melody before Rona can react. There's nothing Rona can do. Half the tag team champions are gone, but remember last episode, Melody died first, came back as a ghost, and won. It's not a new champ alert yet. Lin Fu does something really cute. Sora ambushes Felix, slaughters them. That's my bad, Felix. You might have been jinxed. But it ain't over till it's over. Jason finds a Lily Summer bikini, puts it on, it's quite revealing. It started when an alien device would have did it stuck itself upon Margaret's first of secrets that it hid. Now she's got superpowers. She's an ordinary kid. She's Margaret 10. Midori finds some leather scraps. Just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing, rather. It's rather caveman-like. Ray finds a boombox. Time to play some sick beats. Lego is tired, sick and tired rather, and turns a heel. Hiriko, my bad. Except for Shadows, Hiriko gains the power of Persona. Kara wants to make his creator proud. What a lad. Rona starts sobbing uncontrollably. Yazid uses their wealth to create marketable plushies of Arrow without their permission. Arrow's so mad before they have a chance to react, the plushie stock catches fire. Yazid loses all of their money. Tragic. Akira accepts the Shadows. Akira gains the power of Persona. Pai formally invites David to join his harem. David graciously accepts. Well then, Rion puts a death collar on Armin while he is asleep. Shimako won't give up so easily. Cherry tries to kill Arrow, but Arrow retaliates and kills her instead. He done killed a ghost. Skyline cleans up Cherry's corpse immediately. Kitamura is cooking up a genius idea. David relentlessly kills Arrow in the name of Pai. David... That's Pai's partner! There's been so many shenanigans in the last, like, 8 events. Tsushiki found a dimensional site. Those are supposed to be collected at the end of Season 4. Midori looks around for stuff to scrounge. Evelyn has seen the heels running around and is determined to make things right and turn space. Kiku uses mysterious ass to knock out David and Ringo. Death collars on the both of them. And Abigail tries to kill Iris. Iris tries to bribe her. Abigail takes the money and then kills Iris anyway. That is true anarchy. And this is going to be a terrible turnabout of saddest of all moments for Michi, Melody, Felix, Cherry, Arrow, Iris. I don't think anybody is gone in terms of full teams yet. Luckily for some of you. But we have had a laundry list of shenanigans. I think perhaps the best of which is that David joined Pai's harem and then killed Pai's tag team partner in the name of Pai. David seems to be confused. That being said, we have 30 people to get through still. Shall we go on? I think we must. We'll see if anybody gets brought back to life either. Because as we continue, Midori is wearing leather scraps aside to behold. Genocide Jack scissors are now in the hands of Lin Fu. Cute boys beware, you're in for a scare. Pai plans the party for the loyal members of his harem. Shimako sets in a trap. Romaz finds a dapper suit, puts it on, it's quite fetching. Yazid wishes he could go home. Kiku looks up at the tree and sees a mistletoe hanging above. Kitamura builds a tank out of sticks and rocks, at least tries to. It's useless, but it looks cool. Sora finds a turtle on a beach, slowly approaches her. A new friendship is born. Tsuchiki slices his scythe, opening a dimensional rift before he can shove Kara inside. Kara snatches the scythe and hits Tsuchiki in the back of the head with it, shoves him in instead. Kara is saving themselves. Abigail got caught in one of Shimako's traps, and now all she can do is hope to be freed. Rion finds some moon shoes. We're not liable for any broken ankles. Hiriko really doesn't want to have to do this, but has to find herself having to murder Akira Sato, which is a tragedy and a shame. Armin, it gets much more orange down there. Searches for everyone anyone rather who get this collar off of them. Midori accepts the shadows. Midori gains the power of Persona. Rei and Kitamura discuss song choices. Hellsing can't handle the stress after losing a teammate and becomes more cowardly. Legault sobs quietly. Evelyn fights for truth, honor, and justice. Did somebody say justice? Evelyn becomes a super Evelyn. David Gunther manages to sneak attack Rei and Kitamura, slaughtering them both in the name of Pi, I'm sure. Margaret transforms into an incredibly fast alien, so fast that Pearl is cut to pieces before Kiku can react. Kiku didn't see a thing, actually. That's how fast it was. Yazid sneaks up on Izzy, but Izzy has known that she was followed for ages now, able to counterattack and take out Yazid. Jason is very proud of his bikini. The Archons see great potential in Skyland. 8 grant him a Geo Vision. Rona sits there with a blank stare, still shell-shocked about losing her partner so soon. Kara moves around uselessly. Ringo found a chainsaw. Yikes! And Hana remembers Akira and sobs quietly. We are down another 5. We have a standard size game left. It's a slow roll this time. And you know what? I think that's fine because I think we had a mad dash last time. It is the saddest of all moments. 4. Akira, Rei, Kitamura, Pearl, Yazid. Admittedly, I believe a couple teams are now completely out. We'll see how the rest of this plays out, though. We could check everybody's statuses, but you know what? I don't think we need to do that. I think we are still set to go. I think we are still A-okay, and I think we are still ready to see how this all plays out, shall we? I believe we shall. That being said, let's click the next round and let's find out how this all go-ho-hos. Kara thinks about what he did up here at the start of round 3. Pi declares they are entering the Retribution Rumble, to which they can't. Armin tries to put a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome! That's bad, actually. Sora now has that tank. Rona snaps out of it. Hellsing sets up a table for grabbing Linfu by the throat, choke slamming Linfu right through that table. Romance has found a Yeet Ball, which means it's about to be the sisterhood of the traveling Yeet Ball. Skyline uses the power of Geo, summons a massive rock in the sky, dropping to the ground, taking out Shimako and Hana both. Legault steals Roma's Yeet Ball, then Hiriko steals it, then Rion steals it, and Tsushiki runs from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. Forgot he was in there for a second. David then steals that Yeet Ball. Jason steals that Yeet Ball. Izzy somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear and equips it. Using her chainsaw, Ringo brutally chops Midori to pieces, and Margaret transforms to an alien with a flame body, shooting white-hot fireballs at Rona, turning her into ash, which means, for right now, it is a new champ alert. However, this is Orteal, so we could see some shenanigans happen. So it is a hold essentially right now for a new champ alert. We'll see if it stays. Midori feels defeated after losing their teammate. They feel lonely. Midori has let him in. Abigail is still caught in the trap. Evelyn and Legault, the two mightiest competitors in the arena, do battle, though Legault has used underhanded tactics. The heart of Evelyn never gave up. Evelyn was able to conquer the monster heel as Kiku smiles warmly under the Christmas breeze. With 18 competitors left, 17 gone, 1 in the Despair Dimension. No ghosts, no zombies, no other shenanigans. We have the saddest of all moments. 4. Linfu, Shimako, Hana, Midori, Rona, Legault. Once again, no shenanigans in play yet. I was gonna say that sometimes we don't see a bunch of shenanigans in OC tag team action, but the champions literally won last time due to shenanigans, so you know, we'll see how it goes. Lead the congregation completely in. Hihi Dotori still has David. Musical fight still completely in. Pi still remains for pyrotechnics. Armin for learn to fly. Romaz for rock on. Midori for the designer jerseys. Tsushiki's in the Despair Dimension. Hellsing from Monster Mash. Kiku from Dance Dance of the Flames. All of Abracadabra. Abigail could become a double tag team champion, which would be kind of neat. Skyland 8 from Break a Leg. Chop Artists are Agents of Chaos completely, and we could see another Chaos transferal. I think that might be wild. Izzy, that's a possibility. Izzy's still in, as well as Sora from Middle Mist, which means we know the stakes, we know what's up, and we must proceed. 18 competitors, 8 more into your saving grace spectrum. Remember, the top 6 teams are what we're looking for, and we could see some lockouts. Let's go on, and we see Tsuchiki avoids the dark trees, whose branches reach out to grab him. Kara, rather, draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun, for the hee-hee-ha-has. Izzy washes the blood off of her Kanbai gear. Avi's had enough of the mistletoe shenanigans and disqualifies Kiku from the game. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Ringo ghost rides the bike. Huh? How? Ghost ride the bike. David tries to kill Izzy, but Izzy's combat gear diverts the blow. Helsing sees Abigail helpless in a trap and promptly stabs her repeatedly with a tree branch. Oh my! Darkly swirls around the body of Felix, reanimating their corpse. Felix is back to the ghost. Armin builds a rocket who's gonna take a trip. Midori is only out for himself. Rion jumps and stomps on David, Margaret, and Helsing, stomping on all of them. Romaz looks amazing in that pursuit. Jason finally runs back for that big old touchdown. Evelyn knocks out Romaz rather in a fistfight, Deathclaw on him. Skyland summons stones around Kara's feet. Kara is now trapped. Pai formally invites Romaz to join his harem. Romaz respectfully declines. Hiriko summons their persona using Zio, shocking Skyland Aid, leaving them dazed. Sora takes selfies on top of her rad tank, and that is our game. Still 13 left. We'll check the number of teams once we get to save and grace picks, but we're getting close. We're getting real close, and there's been some shenanigans this game. Surprisingly, once again, no ghosts, no zombies. We'll see how it all plays out after this saddest of all moments. 4. Kiku, Abigail, David, Margaret, Helsing. 13 competitors left. Y'all know what it is. Top 6 teams? Well, they go on to that finale. Outside of potentially locking some people out. Oh, we'll see. I know there's a couple teams in here who could lock people out. I'm definitely seeing Pyrotechnics. I'm seeing Romaz is still in here. Neither of the champs are here, but I think Armin's still around, yeah? Yeah, Armin's still in, and David just got out, right? Okay, so at first glance, I think it's 1, 2, 3 teams that could lock people out. We'll see if anybody comes back, though. That's also a possibility. Will that happen, though? Let's proceed and find out. 3 more into your saving grace picks. Let's see if any lockout spots happen. We could have a full set as we go to the next round. A nuclear... Keep that in mind. Nuclear power plant that the arena was built on top of reanimates Kitamura's body, zombifying them. Armin straps Evelyn to a rocket sent to the moon. Evelyn shockingly returns with pockets full of moon rocks. What a trip. A mischief rats runs up to Ringo, who lovingly embraces them. Jason finds a massive stack of apples, and Apple a Day keeps the doctor away while the Hihidatori lost. So I mean, like, Apple's doing their job. Romaz found a fishing rod. Now you can catch all the fish. Rion jumps higher than the tree line and sticks the landing. Izzy is looking down like tactical in her combat gear. Sora, their pet turtle, does a super impressive trick. Pai walks into a very strange machine, gets ghost powers. The dead husk of Helsing rots silently. Piles of flesh that used to be Hana is writhing with maggots. Midori has the power of Persona. Hiriko finds a shiny red balloon. Kara was struggling with the trap and bleeding out. Evelyn finds a bolt of Pokeballs. Felix is playing around with an incorporeal body, and Tsuchiki runs from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. We have a zombie. And admittedly, we'll see how it plays out. Nobody died this round. Next round, we might see some perishing. We do. Jason gives Midori an apple. Midori thanks them and has a bite and immediately starts coughing. That apple was poison. That apple was poison. Doom, 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 doom. Felix misses to be out of dinner. Tsuchiki runs from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. Armin can't help but admire his own genius mind. Midori props themselves up against a tree. Kitamura dangles their withered limbs around, fiddling with them. Jason challenges Rion to a duel. Jason bites the dust. Hiriko accidentally lets go of her balloon. Hiriko is incredibly sad. Izzy has been hot on Romaz's trail for days now. Romaz thinks he's gotten away, but Izzy deduced that location, delivered the final blow. While Ringo is sleeping, Izzy tries to kill her, but the rats sacrifice themselves to protect Ringo. They will be remembered. R.I.P. Rats in peace. Kara finally dies from the blood loss caused by the trap that he was in. Pai possesses Midori and walks them right off of a cliff. Archon, Gripshel, and Evelyn And Sora, Evelyn gets a Hydro Vision, Sora gets Dendro, they can start making some reactions, and Skyline 8 creates markable plushies of Sora without her permission. So mad, but I'll tell you what, they sell like hotcakes, and just like that, they're both rich. We're about to check out our final 9, it is within saving Grace Pick's range, and it is time for one last saddest of all moments for Jason, Romas, Kara, Midori. I'm not sure if any full teams are completely in, except for maybe Learn to Fly. I think Felix and Armin are still in. Yes, and I think they may be the only team that's completely in. No, hold on. That's our Agents of Chaos. Hey, y'all know what it's time for. Let me not delay this. Let me not dilly and dally, chat. Y'all know it's time to make some new picks. Your old picks might not be doing so well, but your new picks, they might just save you. Your saving grace picks, first and foremost. Tsuchiki's in the Despair Dimension, unless they escape, which is possible. Ain't looking too good. First up then is Pyrotechnics for Pi. Pi is looking to right the wrong of last time, saying Ghost of Shenanigans, miss me with that. This is my time to shine. It's my time to be. Will Pi become tag team champions with the Pyrotechnics? Or, at the very least, cause a lockout. Break a leg, see Skyland 8. Skyland 8, the one and only. The man, the myth, the legend rather. Will Skyland be able to do this today? We'll see. Learn to Fly is completely in. Armin and Felix standing toe-to-toe as our third team still in. They could cause a lockout, keep that in mind. Sora from Middle Mist wants to do it for Iris and, hey, wants to make that finale, but more importantly, wants to win that championship. Also, keep in mind, Sora still has a tank. This match could be over very quickly because I had forgotten about that tank, to be honest. Admittedly, we will keep going as Hiriko is shell-shocked but still standing tall in this fight as we go on. That's our 5th team. Our 6th team that's not alive anymore, but still has a zombie. We could see Kitamura pull off a zombie victory for Ray. If at the last minute, we see one big bite. Sherlock is our next team. Sherlock and Watson, rather. Izzy, our Sherlock. Will Izzy be able to do it? Has some combat gear, wants to make it happen. And last 2, I believe, are the Chop Artists. Yeah. Chop Artists completely in. Evelyn and Rion both still hanging in there. And Lead the Congregation still in there as well. Keep in mind, I believe only 2 of these teams can cause a lockout. Correct? Pyrotechnics and Learn to Fly. Yes. They're the only 2 teams that can cause a lockout at this point in time outside of any revivals, ghostly shenanigans, and whatnot. So make your picks first, second, third. I will make mine as well. Give me... how many teams are left, actually? Ringo, Lead the Congregation, the Chop Artist, Sherlock and Watson, Abracadabra, Middle Mist, Learn to Fly, Break a Leg, Pyrotechnics. Technically 8 teams. And a technicality, there are 8 teams left, 9 competitors, right? Because, well, is it 8 teams? Are there 9 people alive? There are 9 people. 2 teams have teams of 2. So it should be 7 teams. Am I looking at one of you that are not actually in? You know what? That's a future me problem. To be honest. For right now, though, I'm gonna make my picks. Oh, right, Felix is a ghost. They are not completely in. My bad. That makes much more sense. It's up to Armin at that point. Still, give me Learn to Fly for first. I'm gonna take the tag team Agents of Chaos for second. I'm gonna take Chop Artist for third. I think I'm gonna take the Pyrotechnics because they got close last time. I think they're gonna get close again. We'll see if they get too close. Hopefully they won't get too close to the sun. That being said, there are 9 competitors left, which means this time we won't be skipping this. We're gonna drink it all in. 9 competitors, 8 teams. 1 goal. It's Pi. Skyland, Armin, Sora, Hiriko, Izzy, Rion, Evelyn, Ringo. 9 competitors. We do have a ghost in play, we have shenanigans, we have a zombie, but most importantly we have all of them in their hearts beating in sync with the same pulse, determination, fate as that of a samurai woman. Your final 9. 8 teams. Who goes on to that finale? And more importantly, is Sora about to use that tank? Doesn't look like it, but Felix has found the corpse of Margaret and now possesses it. Margaret Sandy is now back in play, bringing our total up to 10. And now we have not 8, but 9 teams, and we will keep going. Rion jumps over, and Evelyn rather, jump over a pit. Evelyn sends out a Pokeball. Out comes Chimchar, who starts a campfire. Tsuchiki fights for his life. Armin has found a table. Somebody's gonna go through that, you better believe. Izzy cues the bike theme music. Well, you know, I love a little bit of a bike theme. I wouldn't mind a little bit of biking right now. Sora summons massive vines with thorns around Rion, bleeding him dry. Hiriko starts sobbing uncontrollably. Ringo's bike brakes snap and they go riding high speed into a tree branch, killing them. That's not the bike theme that I think that Ringo was looking for, unfortunately. And Pai's body cannot handle the ectoplasm coursing through it and dies. Oh my. And just like that, I believe it's 7 competitors now and 7 teams. Because Rion is out. It is up to Evelyn to win it for them. 7 competitors, 7 teams, no advantage on anybody, but it is a Claire de Lune for Felix. Actually, I take it all back. That's a terrible turnabout for Felix, Rion, Ringo, Pai. I'll tell you what, 7 competitors, 7 teams. Remember, one more into your top 6. So right now, I believe now there's only 1 team that can cause a well, technically 1 team that can cause a switchamadoodle, a lockout. But Felix is possessing, you know, a team that wouldn't cause a lockout. So I mean, like, it's still just up to Armin. To be fair, to be honest. That being said, hey, it's still Samurai Woman. That's the wrong Samurai Woman. That's the right Samurai Woman. We are at your final 7. Let's see how this all plays out. And keep in mind, it could all end immediately because Sora is here and still has that tank. Will Sora use that tank? No. It doesn't look like it. As Kitamura dangles his rotting limbs around, rather, fiddling with them, Skyland is sick and tired of Izzy being alive. Skyland uses his wealth to put a $20,000 bounty on Izzy's head. I want you to look a little bit further down because that makes things hilarious. Tsuchiki runs from the demons lurking in the despair dimension. Using scrap materials, Armin builds a flamethrower. Hot. Sora feels protected by her wealth. Skyland, who set the bounty, tracks down and kills Izzy for the bounty on her head. Skyland is not really $20,000 richer, $20,000 richer, simply just keeps his wealth, to be honest, to be fair. Hiriko uses a mysterious gas to knock out Margaret and Evelyn in order to put death cards on them. Now the only other thing is, even if Armin dies, he could still become a co-champion via Margaret winning. That is a possibility, and that possibility grows nearer and dearer. Right now, there's technically a 50-50 shot that he walks out with the title in some regard. As we keep going, Hiriko uses Mysterious Yash to knock out Margaret and Evelyn. Death calls on both of them. Evelyn tosses out a Pokeball. Out comes Roserade, who uses Petal Dance, taking out Skyland 8, tearing him to shreds. Margaret turns into a massive 4-armed alien, tosses Sora into the sky, never to be seen again. But I do want to point out that at this juncture in time, outside of zombie shenanigans, which could still happen, we could still have a zombie victory. We have 1 spot locked out. We'll see how the rest of that plays out. It is up to Armin, and Armin is honestly alive, so I don't see a world where he doesn't get a lockout spot. Unsure, but we are down to your final 4, and as we hit, it's terrible turnabout 4. Izzy, Skyland, Sora. We come down to 4. And those 4 are Margaret being possessed by Felix, Armin's partner. Evelyn, who is our tag team agent of chaos, could do it for Rion. They could get their titles back and cause that other chaos transferal back. It is up to Hiriko, who is there for Abigail, who could cause Abigail to be a OC champion in both the Hunger Games and in the AWE. And Armin, actually, who could just say, yeah, I'd rather be a singles champion. It's Hiriko. It is Sora. No, it is not Sora. I'm sorry. It is Hiriko. It is Armin. It is Evelyn. And it is Margaret, possessed by Felix. They are your final 4, and they are all caught what we like to call, within our championship action, a golden crisis of fate. Now keep that in mind. We have a zombie, we could see more ghosts, anything could still happen in this fight, and as we click next round, we see, shockingly enough, we come down to your final 2. Kitamura tackles Margaret to the ground, turning them to a zombie. Kitamura could win this NBA zombie victor. Tsuchiki fights for his life. Evelyn tosses out a Pokeball. Akazukari uses Aura Spirit, decimating Armin. And Hiriko enters the Retribution Rumble, which does not happen. So, regardless of what happens outside of zombie victory, which still would be very interesting, we have just an interesting final 2. And let me talk to you about it as we hit a terrible turnabout 4. Armin. I'll talk to you about it, but I guess to save time, instead of saying it like now, when I'm saying like, oh, we're just sad for Armin, and technically Armin is completely out because, well, not completely out, because I guess we could have a zombie victory, but Margaret would somehow have to take out 2 people to beat out Kitamura, for the championship. For right now, though, I have to ask you, who will it be? Evelyn? Hiriko. Hiriko, as we said earlier, wants to do it. Wants to be the one and only. Wants to be that homie. Will Hiriko be able to come out on top? I believe it is possible. Would be coming out on top for Abigail, who is currently a part of Anarchy, who are the OC tag team champions in the AWE. We could see that happen. Abigail could be a double champion, which would be a wild heck of a time. That being said, standing in their way is someone who has been looking to get those titles back, someone who reigned chaos today to make sure that they could get those titles back. Evelyn and Rion. Evelyn wants to do it for Rion and wants to make sure that the champions, Big Time Plush, who were the agents of chaos at the start of the season, caused the chaos transferal, want to switch it right back. And how chaotic would that be? That would be true, absolute chaos. And so, live chat, who do you got? Evelyn? Hiriko. Hiriko? Evelyn. Or zombie victory from Kitamura, or somehow zombie victory from Margaret, which would take a lot more work, but hey, it is possible. We could also see, I guess, potentially Tsuchiki escape the Despair Dimension. So many options, but only one truth. In live chat, as I click next round, we see that truth is... he got out! He died, but boy did he get out! That's crazy! Dark Energy swirls around Iris's body. Now, hear me out. Because Tsuchiki is back, Tsuchiki, who did need to make the finale, that counts as making it into the finale. He's in the final 3 officially at this point. Wow. Oh, wow. Hiriko then knocks Tsuchiki out in a fist fight, puts a death card on him, and while he's knocked out, Evelyn, I don't know, he wakes up and sees Evelyn, oh, I gotta get you. Evelyn wets the surface behind her, and Tsuchiki dies. Tsuchiki came back just to perish, continue to have us in our normal final 2, changed nothing, but you know what? got a spot in the finale for it. Hey, you know what? That's pretty good. A terrible turnabout for him. Tsuchiki. Y'all, I can't believe it. I said it kind of as a joke, like, he might come back. He did! You know how uncommon this is? He did it. Deserved to be in the finale. That being said, we also have a ghost in play, so I don't know how this final two is gonna go out, but we're about to find out. Final two is still technically Hiriko and Evelyn. Zombies, ghost, all in play. Next round sees. It does end. And it is official. As Hiriko just wanted to end already, Evelyn is more than happy to oblige as Iris is playing around with her incorporeal body. Kitamura is dangling his withered limbs. Evelyn tosses out one last Pokeball into the sky. Can't even see the Pokeball anymore. But what comes down ain't a Pokemon. I'm sorry, it ain't a Pokeball, it's a Pokemon, and that Pokemon is big. And it is Snorlax. Tsunami flattens Hiriko. Which means... ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Helsing's also back as a ghost, but once again, which feels like, my gosh, one of the most interesting back and forths I've seen in a long, long time. Bring it back, because after this terrible turnabout for Hiriko. Abracadabra do not take the W, but they will be in the finale. But most importantly, here we are again, because your winners, and not new, I mean new in a sense because they were the champions exiting the last season and they walked into this season as champions, but in that premiere, the Agents of Chaos won the title, so they became the Agents of Chaos, but in a fantastic switcheroo, your new champions are the Chop Artist, Evelyn and Rion, which means, once again, your Agents of Chaos, who were champions just a moment ago, which is honestly becoming one of the most worldwide of a seasons in tag team OC actions we've ever had. Embracing the chaos yet again. Melody. Is embracing that chaos. Rona is embracing that chaos. Big Time Plush, once again this season, are embracing that chaos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our game, and what a season this has been so far. Live chat, are y'all seeing what's going on here? The back and forth? I think that's fascinating. That being said, we do indeed now have our final 6 teams, and let me talk to you about it. First and foremost, in first, we saw your new tag team champions, the Chop Artist. They got them. In second place was Abracadabra, taking second, third, because of Tsuchiki escaping the Despair Dimension, even though dying nearly immediately, having the roughest round almost of all time. Hey, still got there, still placed in third for the Sherwood Forest. Hey, stealing it. Maybe getting a little bit of training from the thief on his side. Learn to Fly, technically getting fourth, is our one and only lock on this bracket because via Ghostly Possession we have the Musical Fight coming back. And lastly, just narrowly, Middle Mist took 6th place in that regard, and they will be going on to the finale as well, joining our other 6 teams. Look at them all. We have ourselves a bracket, and it's going to be pretty fantastic. So, that's all she wrote. We have Evelyn with 5 KOs, Rion with 4, Margaret with 3, Izzy with 3, David with 3, Skylane with 3, Helsing with 2, Sora with 2, everyone else with 1 or less. So keep in mind, there is one last unlockable spot, and that is the free-for-all. So who will claim it? That's the real question. We're about to find out. It's not next week. We're about to find out soon. In the next couple of weeks, the free-for-all will be here, and you know what? It's almost finale time. Keep that in mind. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So until then, tomorrow we'll be back with more singles action. In fact, we'll be right back here in Orteal. Once again, congratulations to the Chop artists for getting the titles back, which I think is crazy. Rihanna's been having, Rihanna and Evelyn have been having the season of a lifetime. Good on them. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the rest of this plays out. Until then, I'm gonna take off. Toodaloo Flight Crew. One more time, remember, everyone who didn't make it, not on that bracket, you got one more opportunity. You're gonna have to do fantastic in the free-for-all, and who knows, the free-for-all could also be for the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Championships. Until then, Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching.